Splitgate Beta Season 2 has now been live for a few days, and in this video we're going to go over all the new content. We're also going to check out some of the new game modes and just have a good time. Before we get into all the fun though, I just want to quickly say thanks to 1047 for sponsoring this video. They're fantastic people and I enjoy working with them. So the main things that you're going to find in the new season are a new matchmaking mode, a new battle pass, the remaster of the map Abyss, 3 new game modes, a new progression and leveling system, plus a whole slew of other improvements and changes that are a lot of things that the community has been asking for. So for the matchmaker, we have Matchmaker 2.0. So long story short, what this is attempting to do is to have faster and smarter matchmaking to try and match you with all human players instead of bots. Players will also be able to jump into an unranked match if it began less than a minute before. You'll also be more likely to hop directly into games instead of getting thrown into the waiting room. Maps are going to appear more evenly. They've added the Midwest server. They changed how the MMR of parties works, where now it's going to more heavily weigh the higher skilled members of the party as opposed to the average party's MMR, and this was to combat reverse boosting. And then they've also thrown Fiesta free-for-all into the waiting area. Like I said, there's a new battle pass, there's a whole slew of new skins and all that good stuff, and I'll let you go check that one out yourself. The battle pass is going to cost you 900 split coin, but you can actually earn 1200 by completing the battle pass, which is actually pretty cool. They've also completely remastered Abyss, as you can see here, and it looks absolutely stunning, and they did a fantastic job. There's also the 3 new game modes that we're going to hop into here toward the end of the video: Juggernaut, Hot Zone, and Lockdown. Juggernaut is a free-for-all game mode where every player is against one hard-to-kill Juggernaut that's selected at random, and then you score points by surviving as the Juggernaut. Hot Zone is a game mode very similar actually to the way King of the Hill works in Halo Infinite now, if you've been playing that, but basically a hill will spawn and you fight to control the neutral zone for 30 seconds and then you get a point. The other game mode is Lockdown, where you score a point by controlling all 3 of the hills at the same time, and then after a point all the hills move. They've also added in a new progression system, which is sort of similar to the prestige system you'd be familiar with in Call of Duty, and you can kind of see how it works here based on what your level was before, what pro level you will be now. They've also added a variety of badges that you can equip on your player card to show off different achievements. Along with this came a whole slew of balance updates, and you can kind of quickly read through those here on the screen, or you can pause it and read through them if you'd like. Definitely some really cool stuff in here. They've also kind of revamped the UI a little bit on the menus, so if you look at something like the locker now, it looks a little bit cleaner. So all of the menu screens have been replaced with updated versions, and they've made a variety of other changes. They've also made huge improvements to the map creator. The big thing to me is now when you save a map, you can share that map with a specific code, whereas before the only way to share a map was to get into a lobby with someone else and save the map. But now, similar to Fortnite, you can share your maps with the code that will be tied to your specific map. They've also added an entirely new canvas for map creation called Wet Ocean, which is actually twice the size of the first map. There's also new assets for the map and magnets on objects to make snapping pieces together much easier. And that's going to do it for a majority of the changes here in Beta Season 2. So now that we've gone through all that, why don't we hop into some of the new game modes. Alright, so this is Juggernaut, which I assume is going to probably work pretty similar to Juggernaut from Halo back in the day. Unfortunately, that's actually a game mode that we don't currently have in Halo, but it actually looks like it's maybe a little bit different. Okay, you get a kill for, or you get a point for killing the Juggernaut. Okay, and then you get points for killing people as the Juggernaut. Okay, that's how I kind of play. Oh, never mind. You actually just get points for living as the Juggernaut. That's actually a little bit different than how it worked in Halo. That's a cool change. I kind of like that. Makes it so you don't have to like frag hunt and you can just focus on living. Ah, run. Oh yeah, this is definitely like if you're good at the portals and oh, you can't portal as a Juggernaut. Never mind. I was gonna say if you're really good at portaling, you could just live forever, but you can't actually portal as the Juggernaut, so never mind. Ah! Leave me alone. Definitely very hard to stay alive when you have the whole lobby running after you. Run! Ha! No, there's so many. There's so many. Ah! Looks like when you're the Juggernaut, you get 250 health. So you get about 1.8 5 times extra health, which is, I think, a good amount of health. Especially when you have like everyone shooting. Oh no, it choked. This is actually pretty fun. I like this mode. It's like nice, like harmless fun. Nothing like crazy. You do also go a little faster at the Juggernaut, which kind of makes up, you know, a little bit for the fact that you can't portal, but it's definitely very hard to avoid people since they can just portal on top of you. Run! Run!
1 minute remaining.
No, run! Honestly, running might be the play instead of trying to fight. Seems like whenever I... Oh, Jesus, they're all there. Whenever I try and fight, I just die. Nice.
Double kill.
Ah! No, no, no! Look at that. I think it is impossible for us to lose, so we'll just sit back and, you know, enjoy the sight. Unless it goes into overtime. Shit, I didn't think about that.
Game over.
Alright, so that's Juggernaut. Nothing too complicated. Pretty straightforward. Definitely a fun game mode, though. So let's hop into another one of the new game modes. Alright, so this is Hot Zone, which basically works exactly like King of the Hill does now in Halo Infinite, which is funny because this game still has standard King of the Hill. Yeah, so basically you just go capture these points, and then you get a point once you capture them. So you just hold it for 30 seconds, and that's how you capture it. But you'll see there in the bottom corner, you actually retain your points that you hold. So like if we take over this point, which doesn't look like we will, but if we were to take it over, they would retain those points if they were to able to take the hill back. Oh my. They were not fucking around with that portal. All right, we'll try again with this hill. Oh my gosh. That guy just walked into the hill and just got a triple. Dude, these guys do not fuck around with the portals. You put one down and they're just instantly unloading on it. Dude, I feel like my teammates just are never at the hill with me, man. I don't know what they're doing. I just fell into a hole. And that's gonna do it. All right, well, that's Hot Zone. We'll check out the last game mode, Lockdown, and then we'll kind of wrap up the video from there. All right, so this is Lockdown, the final new game mode where there's going to be 3 zones. You have to capture all 3, and then you score a point, and then new zones spawn. So far in my time playing the new modes, it's definitely my least favorite. To me, it just doesn't feel like it plays that well with like the speed of Splitgate, but you know, I'm willing to give it more of a try. I've only played a little bit of it so far in ranked when I was streaming earlier, and it wasn't my favorite. It's basically the equivalent, if you've played Total Control in Halo Infinite, of that game mode, so... Haha! Didn't think I'd do that now, did ya? I gotta get B. Yeah, I feel like this is just kind of what you end up doing a lot. Maybe this, if you were like playing with people, this game mode would be better because you could like coordinate, but I feel like when you're just solo queuing this, it just ends up kind of random. This is really how a lot of my games on this game mode have gone. They just kind of drag on, and eventually like someone will break through and get a point or two, but it just feels like such a slow game mode compared to the really like quick paced Splitgate gameplay. So I don't know, not the biggest fan of this one. They're gonna get a point. Oh my god, no. No. No! I just got outplayed so hard. Losing it. Game over. And that's gonna do it for Lockdown. Yeah, definitely out of the 3 game modes, my least favorite. That, guys, is going to do it for Splitgate Beta Season 2. Overall, some cool additions. The remaster of Abyss looks really nice. The new game modes are fun for what they are, although they're nothing like revolutionary or anything like that. New battle pass and all that stuff's a good time, and I do like the changes to the progression system and whatnot. I'll be interested to see kind of where this update takes Splitgate in terms of its player base and kind of everything like that, or if this will just kind of be another update to kind of keep the existing player base happy and maybe look forward to the future when they can start to really grow again. As always though, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all those good places, and I'll see you all next time.